there's a good chance that the last Lincoln sedan you rode in dropped you off at the airport. Well, Lincoln has a new Continental, it's over my left shoulder, and it's aimed squarely at the heart of the mid-size luxury market. Let's take a first look. In person, the Lincoln Continental has a stately muscularity about it, fancied up with chrome trim and a big old grille. But perhaps the most interesting exterior elements are the door handles. They're built into this chrome strip right here. There's a little micro switch, push it, and it opens the door. There's also a super capacitor in case the battery dies that'll let you open and close the door 20 times. And there's a little hole right here that lets you unlock the door manually using a key. And if you're inside, look at this. There's a release so you don't get trapped. Though the interior is so nice, you might wanna. With the Chinese market in mind, Lincoln blessed the Continental with a really big back seat. But if pure spaciousness doesn't dazzle you, try the rear seating package. You've got cooled and heated seats and a massage function, and you can recline, or you can unrecline, I guess that'd be the word. And if you sit on the right side, you can adjust the front passenger seat as a show of power. Now, all this is lovely, but actually, the real magic happens up front. 10-way power adjustable seats come standard, but the optional perfect position 30-way seats elevate seat comfort to Caligula levels of excess. You've got multi-level lumbar support, bolsters on the bottom and the top, and then you can adjust the headrest here. There are individual thigh supports, because sometimes you just need your left thigh higher than your right thigh. With all this adjustability, there's a lot of options for making yourself comfortable, and yet, right here in this spot that divides the lower and the upper part of the seat back, there's this seam, and I find it pretty uncomfortable. I mean, yeah, it's kind of cool to be able to adjust those separately, but I would happily accept 28-way seats to avoid that seam. Slight pressure. I didn't buy a Lincoln for this. The interior is more than the sum of its seats though. Material quality is really quite nice. You've got this lovely stitching, real wood, and a lot of soft materials. Visually, it's a fairly restrained design, but overall everything feels nice. Very minor complaint, but this knee pad right here is actually too low for my need to use. So if you have low knees, you're in luck. And I don't know if that's even a thing. Congratulations if you have low knees and you know it. If you have low knees and you know it, clap your hands. Mounted front and center is the same Sync 3 infotainment system that we really like in all the other cars we've driven it in. It works great here in the Lincoln Continental, but it's best enjoyed with the optional 19-speaker Revel audio system. Let's listen to the demo while the camera slowly pans over to the right, getting those sweet speaker grills that are inspired by the Beatles' Here Comes the Sun. Doo-doo doo-doo. So much bass. Revel. One last thing before we actually drive the Lincoln Continental. Like the Continental you know, the trunk is big, but this one has a very nice square shape. It's covered in surprisingly nice materials, and it has a power-activated trunk lid. Now let's actually drive the Continental. Powering this particular car is the top-of-the-line 3-liter turbocharged V6, 400 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. It's as quick as you'd expect. As you might also expect from a forced induction engine, there's a little bit of lag. If you stab the throttle, it takes a beat before the power comes in. But when it comes in, there's plenty. Power from the engine makes its way to the ground via a 6-speed automatic transmission, and in this car, an all-wheel drive system with a torque vectoring rear differential. Because no good can come from sending 400 horsepower through just the front tires unless you're both fast and furious, which I am. I'm coming for you, Toretto. Ooh! All-wheel drive is available in all Lincoln Continentals, but if you choose the base 3.7 liter or the optional 2.7 liter turbo engine, front-wheel drive comes standard. Talk to the folks from Lincoln and they will tell you about the Continental's effortless persona. True enough, with the adaptive suspension set to comfort, the ride is fairly plush. Add an acoustic side glass and active noise cancellation, and you have a ride that's as serene as you'd expect from a car named Continental. Hey. Well, I wouldn't say it's sporty. The Lincoln Continental does steer pretty well, and it is pretty quick. I mean, if you are motivated, you can definitely keep up with that Prius C in front of me. More than that, the available adaptive steering system speeds up the steering at slow speed, actually reducing the number of turns lock to lock, so you can make very quick U-turns, and then slows it down on the freeway for stable driving. In total, the Lincoln Continental is a comfortable, capable sedan. For drivers that aren't as capable as it is, technology intervenes. There's a 360 camera system, an automatic parking system, lane keep assist, and dynamic cruise control with stop and go functionality. It'll make up for your marginal driving abilities. The Continental's judging you. Not really, but I am. If you like what you see, be prepared to cough up $45,000 for a base model and $80,000 or so for a top-tier black label Continental. Will the Lincoln Continental replace the Audi A6 and BMW 5 Series as the mid-sized luxury sedan of record? Maybe, maybe not. At the very least, looks like rides to the airport just got a little more stylish.
Micah, how do you live your life?
I don't know. I mean, the measure of distance, obviously. I think the way to measure your life is probably a quarter mile at a time.
Yep.
Yeah, that feels right. That feels right.